Hi everyone, welcome back to Witches, Dragons, and Drag Queens. My name is Natasha, and this week it was originally supposed to be the video where I reveal my coat that I was making. Not done yet. It's not done yet because of the topic of the video, which you will have seen from the title. I have been dealing with some autistic burnout. While I tell you about the autistic burnout, my hands are going to be kept busy with this. This is a Kumihimo disc. Kumihimo being a form of Japanese cord braiding. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep this in frame because I'd have to hold it up really high, but I'll do my best. And also it's got all these long things which can get tangled. So I'm just going to tell you about what brought on the burnout, what autistic burnout is to me, how I realize that I have it, and what I can do about it. And what I can do about it. Actually, let's turn this way. Face the camera for once. If you see me looking over here, I just prepared some notes. That I have just written over here. So, what is autistic burnout? Autistic burnout is when an autistic person, such as myself, obviously, it's when we push ourselves too far in terms of dealing with the broader world. Oftentimes it involves masking. When we mask too much, that for me causes burnout. For me, a lot of it is also when I overwork myself in general. And what brought it, and generally when we do too much and we don't give ourselves an adequate amount of time to rest and recover our spoons. We hit a state where we just can't do anything, where sometimes we can't do anything. Oftentimes, for many of us, it can lead to meltdowns or shutdowns. Fortunately, I have not hit that point, because those are often also, having had meltdowns and shutdowns, and meltdowns before, they make the whole thing so much worse, because then you're just even more exhausted. Then you're just even more exhausted than you were. It's just your last little bit of energy just going boom. What brought this on for me now was I was working my day job. Doing my day job and trying to be a content creator at the same time basically meant that I was working 7 days, doing some amount of work 7 days a week. And my brain just could not handle that much work. And it caused me to start experiencing really bad executive dysfunction. Executive dysfunction is one of my burnout symptoms, and one of many neurodivergent people's burnout symptoms. Or just sometimes not even burnout symptoms, just symptoms. Is just something that they live with all the time. For me, my executive dysfunction gets really bad when I'm in burnout. What's executive dysfunction? Executive dysfunction, it's like for me, it's like there is a disconnect between my brain and my body. like I'm trying to like get my body to do something. I'm trying to send the signals to my arm. Okay, we need to put the phone down. We need to put the phone down. We need to do this. We need to put the phone down. We need to go. We need to get up. We need to put the phone down and do something. I'm trying to send that signal to my arm. My arm's not doing it. And my arm just doesn't do it. Oftentimes, though, what will happen for me is generally, like, when I'm experiencing really bad executive dysfunction, really anytime I'm at rest and I need to change tasks or like start a task, I just can't. Like, okay, we need to, it can be really bad for me getting out of bed, it makes it really hard for me to get out of bed in the morning. We need to get up. We need to get out of bed. We need to go do our morning routine. And I just can't. I want to go to get up. I want to get going. I want to get started. My arms just won't move. I can't lift myself up. I can't. It's like, I think of it like the Wizard of Oz, like the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz just going, oil can. That's the best analogy that I have for it. I'm just stuck. And a lot of people mistake this as laziness. They think, oh, there's nothing really going on, you're just lazy. And no, it's not just laziness. I want to do the thing. I'm trying to do the thing. And oftentimes it doesn't just affect, I need to get up in the morning for work. It affects my ability on a day off to do a crafting project. It's like, hey, I want to get the trim ready for my coat. I need to get up and start getting the trim ready for my coat, and I can't. Or like, I've gotten the trim ready, I need to iron it and then pin it on the coat and then sew it on the coat. And I can't move. It doesn't just affect things I would rather not do, it affects things that I want to do. And it just makes doing everything that much harder. And it's like, when I get to the point where I can move myself, or if I can move myself at all, I'm like exerting an almost a Herculean type of effort just to move, just to get myself going. I'm turning the key in the engine over and over, and then once it gets going, I have to push myself really, really hard to move at all. It's not fun, and it's not laziness. We're not, like, autistic and neurodivergent people we're not lazy. We're often, like, when we hit this point, we are exerting so much. Thankfully, my work understands that this is a thing that I deal with, and they're supportive when I need to just call in and be like, okay, I either can't come in today, or I'm coming in later, or I have to come in later just because I have to manage this. But I would much rather not deal with it altogether, as one could imagine. So how do I alleviate my burnout and thus alleviate the executive dysfunction? Nothing for it but rest. At least for me, it's like I have to stop. Like, the only way I can really get better is if I take the time to just not rush myself and not push myself, and just breathe, not panic, not freak out, and just give myself time and patience and grace. That's a part of why I didn't come out with a video last week. It's why the coat isn't done yet, because I have to be gentle with myself. It's almost done. Mostly just trim, ties, pockets. You'll see when the video finally releases. When the video finally releases, I'll like go over what I did on what given day. But I did really want to have a video out. I don't want to throw my schedule off too much. I do want to try and have content out in as timely a manner as I can. When, like, this video today is late, but I wanted to get a video out. It also gives everyone a chance to get to know me a little bit better. Kumihimo is also when I find I'm like this and I still want to try and do something. When I'm in executive dysfunction, I'm in burnout, and I don't just want to sit there doing nothing. Things like Kumihimo are great. Things like many other people find tasks like knitting, something that like you don't have to change. It's something simple that you can do with your hands, and you can just focus on it and just do it. I find that really helpful. So, as much as I love my job, and as much as my boss and my supervisor are very patient with me, my contract is coming to an end at the end of this month. Between that and when I find a new job, I'm going to be putting a fair bit of effort into this channel, and I'll have the time to do that. So I won't be doing 2 jobs at once. I won't be doing YouTube and a job at the same time, because I won't be working. So until the contract ends for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be focusing Wednesdays. I'm going to come out with short form content. I'm going to come out with at least 3 short form videos on Wednesdays. Long form content in general is just going to go on the back burner, just because it does take so much. It just takes more effort to do. So I'm going to focus on short form content on Wednesdays and take my weekends and use that time for its intended purpose of rest, so that I don't have this flaring up on me. Once I am not working at my day job, once that contract ends, I'm going to return to long form content. I'm going to try and come back to 1 long form content video a week. Projects are going to get a lot smaller and generally more manageable. And I'm still going to try, and we'll see if I can continue doing the Wednesday short form day. I'm still going to keep doing short form content as well. It's kind of hard to do just long form these days in the current market. But yeah, that's the plan for now. The plan is probably going to become more refined as time goes on. But the first long form video that I think I'm going to come out with in April is probably just going to be the coat. Keep things simple. But until then, this is going to be the last long form video that you guys get from me for a while. I hope it was informative. I'm very glad that I've gotten to clear some things up. Thank you very much for watching. Please, in the meantime, keep an eye out for the short form content. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Links for the Bluesky, Instagram, Facebook page below. And yeah, have a great weekend. Bye.